Hello quizzes, Dr. Doughty here with week 25 of his Year of Quizzes. These are the quizzes based on multiple choice, 20 questions, about 10 seconds for a decision, ideally suited for collaboration and joint enterprise. We ask you to give us the thumbs up if you like it, and of course please subscribe to our channel. Right, without any more ado, let's get going with question number 1. Neglecting Oxford and Cambridge, Durham University is the third oldest university in England. When was it established? 1592, 1772, 1832 or 1872? And the answer is 1832. There were in fact many Scottish universities that were established before Durham. Question number 2. And remember, if you need more than 10 seconds, you can pause the YouTube video. History shows that Scotland has invaded England on several occasions, but specifically in September 1216. How far south did Scottish forces reach? Berwick-on-Tweed, Dover, Lincoln or York? And the answer is Dover, as far south as Dover. After sacking Berwick-upon-Tweed, the Scottish army marched south and reached the English south coast, paying homage to Prince Louis of France in the strategic port town of Dover. Question 3. Which brewery company claimed that Double Diamond works wonder in their 1960s and 1970s television advertising campaign? Was it Allied Brewers, Bass, Incoop or Whitbread? And the answer is Incoop. The campaign used humorous commercials and jingles to show the beer improving performance in everyday situations, positioning the brand as a versatile, enjoyable product. Question 4. Which is the largest city by population in Southern Africa, South Africa? Cape Town, Durban, Johannesburg or Pretoria? And the answer is Johannesburg. It has over 5.5 million residents. Question number 5. Where in the human body would you find the glabella? The bones, the face, the heart, or the stomach? And the answer is on the face. The glabella in humans is the area of skin between the eyebrows and above the nose. The term also refers to the underlying bone that is slightly depressed. Question number 6. Which was the best-selling single disc in 1972 in the UK? Amazing Grace, I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing, Metal Guru or Knights in White Satin? And the answer is Amazing Grace. Mouldy Old Dough was actually the second best-selling disc of the year. Question 7. About how many men were employed in Dinorwic Slate Quarry in Gwynedd, North Wales, when demand for slate roofing surged in the late 19th century? About 1,000? About 2,000? About 3,000? Or about 4,000? And the answer is about 3,000. The quarry closed in 1969 due to declining demand and difficult extraction conditions. Question 8. The Danube is the longest river that enters the Black Sea. But which river is the second longest? The Dnieper River, the River Don, not the Yorkshire one, the Dniester River, or the River Kiziliramk? And the answer is the Dnieper River. Rising in Russia's Valdai Hills, the Dnieper runs for over 2,000 kilometers through Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine before entering the Black Sea. Question 9. Between 1936 and 1966, Butlins built a total of 10 holiday camps, including 2 outside the UK in Ireland and Grand Bahama Island. Only 3 remain open today. Which of the following is no longer open? Skegness in Lincolnshire, Minehead in Somerset, Bognor Regis in West Sussex, or Clacton in Essex? And the answer is Clacton. This Essex-based camp was opened in 1938 and then closed in 1983. Question 10, halfway. Barbary pirates frequently raided coastal towns and villages in England and in Ireland during the 17th century. In April 1640, an attack was undertaken by Barbary pirates on an English port, which resulted in many civilians being captured and taken back to North Africa and into slavery. Which port was attacked? Bridlington, Great Yarmouth, Penzance, or King's Lynn? And the answer is Penzance. An Algerian fleet raided the town, seizing 60 people. And of course, the Pirates of Penzance was a Gilbert and Sullivan operetta. Question number 11. In which Shakespeare play do we meet the quarrelling Montague and Capulets families? Hamlet, Macbeth, Merchants of Venice, or Romeo and Juliet? And the answer is Romeo and Juliet. The long-standing violent hatred for each other by the two aristocratic families created a cycle of conflict and tragedy in the city of Verona. Question 12. Which is the largest and strongest sea current in the world? The Antarctic Circumpolar Current, the Gulf Stream, the Humboldt Current, or the Kuroshio Current? And the answer is the Antarctic Circumpolar Current. The ACC, as it's known, is the only ocean current to flow completely around the globe, connecting the Atlantic, the Pacific, and the Indian Oceans. Question 13. Where, from the listed places below, has it not been necessary to obtain a license for your dog since 1987? Jersey, the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, or the Scilly Isles? And the answer is the Scilly Isles. However, owners must comply with a Public Spaces Protection Order, which requires dogs to be kept on a lead in certain areas and at certain times. Question 14. Red and yellow cards were introduced internationally at the Mexico World Cup. When were they adopted by the English Football League? In 1970, 1976, 1982, or in 1987? And the answer is 1976. The International Football Association Board, the IFAB, eventually mandated all leagues adopt the red and yellow card system in 1987. Question number 15. In the Old English epic poem, which monster did Beowulf kill? Bloodspad, Troll, Grendel, or Draugr? And the answer is Grendel. It is a monstrous creature descended from the biblical Cain of brothers Cain and Abel. Question number 16. Which is the most toxic and dangerous British fungus? The destroying angel, the death cap, fool's funnel, or the panther cap? And the answer is the death cap. It's typically greenish yellow to olive green with a bulbous base in a white sack-like cup. Question number 17. Who is the loyal friend of Tintin and his dog Snowy in the comic series by Belgian cartoonist Hergé? Is it Mr. Cod, Captain Haddock, David Kipper, or Miss Mermaid? And the answer is Captain Haddock. He's a grumpy but good-hearted and fiercely loyal friend who is willing to sacrifice himself for Tintin and is considered almost like a surrogate father or brother. Question 18. Which British sailor won a 4th successive Olympic gold medal in the 2012 London Games, solidifying their status as the most successful Olympic sailor of all times? Was it Hannah Mills, Ben Ainslie, Ian Pursley, or Shirley Robertson? And the answer is Ben Ainslie. He achieved this historic feat by winning the gold medal in the Finn class at the London 2012 Olympic Games. Question 19. What percentage of Britain's electricity needs came from wind energy in 2024? Was it 15%, 30%, 45%, or 60%? The answer is 30%, and it's now the largest source of energy, surpassing gas for the first time. And that brings us to question 20, our last question for today. Which is the world's smallest bear species? The Andean bear, the giant panda, the sloth bear, or the sun bear? And the answer is the sun bear. They're found in Southeast Asian tropical forests, and they're also known as honey bears due to their love for honey and insects extracted with their long, extensible tongues. So that's it, 20 questions. How well did you do? If you did really well, please let us know. The channel is Doughty & Son. Please directly message us, and if you like this quiz, always give it the thumbs up, and of course subscribe to our channel. If you'd like to see all our quizzes for this year, together with the full answers and interesting context so that you could also run your own quizzes and look as if you know all the answers and more, please buy the book. It's available on Amazon. So look out next perhaps for our specials before the major events throughout 2026. They include St. George's Day towards the end of April, and then we move into May and May Day and the bank holiday at the end of the month for Whitsun, and then we're into the summer season. Thank you for watching and listening, and we look forward to seeing you again.